This is a cell. Inside the cell we have many organelles, and first we will focus on the organelles of the plant cell. The cell contains a fluid called cytoplasm. The plant cell has a cell wall, which protects it from outside forces and makes it stable. Then we have the nucleus. The nucleus is a double-membraned organelle, and it contains chromatin, which is DNA and proteins. And it also contains a nucleolus. The nucleus directs protein synthesis by producing messenger RNA according to the instructions provided by the DNA, which is also inside the nucleus. It controls and initiates almost all processes in the cell. The RNA leaves through the nuclear pores. The nucleolus is where ribosomal RNA is synthesized from instructions in the DNA. Proteins are imported from the cytoplasm and assembled with RNA into large and small ribosomal subunits. The mitochondria. This is also a double-membraned organelle, and the inner membrane is folded into invaginations, which makes its surface enlarged. The room between the two membranes is called intermembrane space, and the room enclosed by the inner membrane is called matrix, and it contains mRNA and ribosomes. The mitochondria are responsible for cellular respiration, which means it generates ATP, adenosine triphosphate, by extracting energy from sugars, fats, and other fuels with the help of oxygen. It has an autonomy, which means it is capable to divide because it contains mRNA and ribosomes. The chloroplasts. This is also a double-membraned organelle. The inner membrane is also folded into invaginations, which also makes its surface enlarged. The matrix of the chloroplast contains plasmids, which is a ring of DNA molecules, ribosomes, and lipids. The chloroplast is responsible for photosynthesis, which means it produces glucose from carbon dioxide and water with the help of light energy. It also has an autonomy, which means it is capable to divide, like the mitochondria. The Golgi apparatus. Its size is variable, but it has flat and disc-like structures with a membrane, and it can incorporate or line out little Golgi vesicles. It modifies, collects, stores, and distributes products of the ER, which we will talk about in a minute, manufactures certain macromolecules by itself, for example polysaccharides, and targets its products for various parts of the cell. The endoplasmic reticulum. There is a smooth and a rough endoplasmic reticulum. The endoplasmic reticulum is a network of tubes and sacs, which are enclosed by a membrane throughout the cytoplasm. The rough endoplasmatic reticulum produces secretory proteins that leave the cell via transport vesicles. It produces additional membrane material for the cell, which is transferred in form of transport vesicles to other components of the endomembrane system. The smooth ER produces enzymes that are important to the synthesis of lipids, oils, and steroids, and enzymes which help detoxify drugs and poison, and it also stores calcium ions. The surface of the rough ER has ribosomes, which are tiny organelles that don't have a membrane, and they are made up of proteins and rRNA, and they have a large and small subunit. They exist free in the cytoplasm or are connected to the membrane of the rough ER. This is the location of the production of proteins, the translation. The vacuole is found only in plant cells. It carries out hydrolysis and can hold reserves of important organic compounds. It is the main depot of inorganic ions, the disposal site for toxic metabolic byproducts, and it may contain pigments or poisonous compounds, which protects them against predation. And it has a major role in the growth of a plant. When taking away the vacuole, the cell wall, and the chloroplasts, we have an animal cell. We add lysosomes, which is also a small organelle that is only found in animal cells. It digests all kinds of macromolecules with the help of hydrolytic enzymes and performs phagocytosis. This has a similar function to the vacuole. The animal cell is not protected by a cell wall. It only has a cell membrane.